Number 4, Darcy Innes. Number 5, Abby Bentley. Number 6 in the 100 gamer, Paige Hawker. Number 7, Chloe Manalopoulos. Number 8, Isabel Taylor. Number 9, Hayley Jackson. Number 10 is Ebony Hawker. Number 11 is Tiana Jackson. Number 13 is Hayley Heffernan. Number 14, Courtney Innes. Number 15, Maddie Beard. Number 16, Brooke Swain. Number 17, Kayla Villarreal. Number 18 is Alana Armstrong. Number 19, Ashanti Bonsu. Number 26, Shannon Lenny. Number 27, Gemma Manalopoulos. Number 28, Emma Smith-Clark. Number 29, Josie Allen. And the captain and blue ribbon medalist makes some noise for Shay Dale. And the premiership coach, Quinton Van Bee.
That's enough!
Firstly, I'd just like to say, on behalf of the Kilsyth Footy Club, it's been a fantastic year, and playing the Eastern Devils, I think, 3 times over the year. They've been tough contests all year, and certainly today was no different. So congratulations, you guys deserve to be one of the premier teams at EFL, and you've really fought it out today, so thanks for a great game. To our guys, you know, we keep talking about it's a long season, starting in November with 4 or 6 girls turning up to finally, a week before the season to put a team on the park and then to finish the way we have. Because of the hard work you did, guys, make sure there's no mistake it was because of a lot of hard work and a lot of trying and a lot of teamwork to turn up every week and keep trying to improve your footy, but even better to work to becoming the best team out here. So get up here and let's enjoy it. Sorry, went a bit early. Hang on. To all the supporters that turned up here today, let's just at the start of it. We got one to go.
All right, now we've got the presentation of the Premiership Cup. Your Division 2 is the EFNL Premiers, Kilside.
No chance of seeing Quiddy. Get to the front, Quiddy, you won't see you. Get on the ladder. Stand on something, quick. Quiddy, where's Quiddy? Where's Quiddy gone? Quiddy won't catch him. Johnny can run, you just seen him. Quiddy chasing him. He's got a fast feet to the head.
Once again, congratulations to Kilside, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes our post-match presentation. Up next is the Premier Deakin University EFNL Grand Final between the Eastern Devils and SBL Wolves. Don't go anywhere.
Everyone goes to beautiful. Oh, yeah. What's going on there? Never. Oh, yeah, this could go anyway. You all right, mate? What's going on? You'll be right, you're a sweat now, you're right. You fun girl. See you later. See you, boys. Oh, a couple of the girls I thought set up really well. Oh, yeah. Oh, great goal. Well, that goal, man. They need to work that back down.
Better boys.
That'll be you in a few years then. Emily. That'll be you in a few years. I don't think so.
Hey,
Well, folks, one down, one to go. This is Deakin University Grand Final day. This time, it's the Premier Division's turn. The Eastern Devils to take on the SBL Wolves. And a big, big clash to come here. The Devils, of course, the reigning premiers in Premier Division. We're almost set to go here for our pre-match acknowledgement of country and also the national anthem. My name's Sean Event. It's been a pleasure to join you so far for one game. We've still got one game to go. And joining me alongside is Mr. Trent Cullen. Well called to you in the previous game. We've got one to go. Let's enjoy it.
Good afternoon again there, Jono. Yeah, certainly looking forward to this one. I've had it penciled in the calendar for a while now. And it's D-Day for both sides. We mentioned the Devils hoping to make amends after their development squad just came runners-up shortly, or not too long ago. So, yeah, we'll see how it pans out this afternoon.
We will indeed. Of course, the road to get here. The two outings that the teams had. We started off in round 2 at Belgrave South Recreation Reserve, and it was the Devils that won that one. And then the following fixture was between the two teams. It was at Mulgrave Reserve. This time the Devils hosted and they won that one as well. So a potential sign of things to come? Who knows? 80 minutes to go in this game. Anything can happen. The two teams are warming up. We are relatively on track, but there is 4 minutes to go to the start of the game. We can see the great man Rusty Canham in shot. He takes good pics, and so do our friends at Field of View Sports Photography. But what an incredible season it's been, Trent, and we'll go straight to a tip, I reckon. Who have you got and why?
I think the Devils, just one word, the Devils. I think they've been the standalone team for the past 2 years now. And I can't see any reason why they wouldn't not salute today.
Well, it's a big game to come. And if you just joined us, it was Kilsyth winning convincingly over the Eastern Devils Reserves team and just pipping them at the post. But out come the SBL Wolves, led out by their wonderful captain in Bailey Withers. She joined us on Media Day, Trent, and she was excited for the season to come. But I think perhaps a grand final probably wasn't on her radar, and now the SBL Wolves might have a chance to take a flag off the Eastern Devils, the reigning premiers.
They're going to have to do it with a heavily favoured crowd for the Eastern Devils there. They've definitely outnumbered the support of the Wolves here, but no, they certainly won't shy away from today, and they're going to bring their A game, hopefully.
Well, Devil Hill is forming. As you alluded to, it's a big Devils crowd, pro crowd here out at Quambee. We've come all the way out to North Ringwood, home of the North Ringwood Football Club, the Saints. And Robbie Nahas, it has to be said, the player coach. But we're almost set to go here now. The interesting thing is the SBL Wolves have launched into their warm-up. Now when the Devs have, well, timed it well. Now the interesting thing I noticed so far is that Sarah McNamara, who's the closest player to us, Trent, and she's a bit of a gun, she doesn't have a jumper on. That's an interesting development. So it'd be interesting to see if she does get involved today. Of course, she flew in Wednesday morning at 2 a.m. Can you believe that?
Was it a Europe vacation or?
No. She currently resides in the NT.
Okay.
And she's here for another shot at glory. Of course, she is the reigning premiership captain. She's not captain today. Of course, the captain is number 95 in Jazz Harrison.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Eastern Football Netball League, welcome to Quambee Reserve for today's Deakin University Grand Final Day. We begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather. We pay our respects to their elders past and present. We extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island peoples here today. Congratulations to our officiating umpires in the field, Perry Goulding. Right, on the boundary, Daniel Pitts and Stuart Sims, and in the goals, Jacob Douglas and Max Wolfram. Best of luck to our competing sides in today's Premier Division Women's Grand Final, Eastern Devils and SBL Wolves. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to please be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem.
of the best here in the Eastern Football Netball League Women's Competition. Toss of the coin now between the two team captains. It's been one and done, and I think Bailey Withers will pick the screen. The goal scoring in
On that left of screen, we obviously are parked down this end, so more action down here the better.
Absolutely, and well, it doesn't get any better than this, folks. The two best teams all year. Yes, of course, South Croydon did finish second, but they did bow out against the SBL Wolves, and they saluted loudly and proudly and incredibly. I don't think we were expecting that, but nevertheless, we're here today, and the Wolves are about to give the Devils a run for their money.
No, usually the top two teams often meet each other on the last day. Yeah, like you said, that's not the case here today, but no, that's not taking anything away from the Wolves. They've certainly earned their spot in today's grand final.
Cloudy overcast conditions greet us this afternoon here at Quambee after, well, a bit of sunshine helped us, and it was nice while it lasted, but now the conditions will well and truly come into play here. The Devs will break from their huddle very shortly. As I have to acknowledge the great man Dyson Baker, who I forgot to announce beforehand in his pre-game ceremony. He's bringing elite tunage today. We're having a bit of a dance as well as call of footy, and I wouldn't have it any other way, Trent Cullen.
It's right over our back shoulder. It's blaring. It's probably better to listen to than us. So.
Oh no, we can't. Unfortunately, we can't have copyrighted tracks on the broadcast. So that's why we're talking over it as much as possible and really fast. Oh no! Wow, well, I can't wait for this one, Trent. It's been a year in the making, hasn't it? A chance for the Devils to shine once again, and I must make special mention of the number 35. From the Eastern Devils, Maddie Brooks. She actually flew in from the US and cut her trip short just to be here today and be a part in potential premiership success for the Eastern Devils. But this is pretty good for her. They've got some new talent as well. We've got a look of, by the likes of Cass Meads. Hannah Dyson also comes back into the lineup after a bit of time on the sidelines due to an ACL injury, I think it was. But Trent, you actually had the first match of the round for the Eastern Devils. Think back to that day. What was it like?
No, it's certainly good to lay eyes on one of the premier teams in the top division.
Now, I might just make a special mention of it in case we've not done the pronunciations correctly, but it's Natalie Bielen, the ruck for the Eastern Devils, and she's got a tap down, and we're already underway. Trent Cullen, the floor is yours.
So broadcast side, it slapped that direction by Natalie. It was the name you just tried to pronounce.
Natalie Bielen.
Bielen it was. There you go.
That's it.
Going to make a meal of that as the day unfolds. So it's on the deck again. Pressurised start early. This Premier Grand Final. Laying a good tackle there was Ang. Likewise, her teammate in Dyson. We'll have another ball up. The first this afternoon. And get used to that. Taps won by the Devils.
Oh.
Straight down the throat of her teammate. She's met solidly. And we'll do it all again.
So Shanice Stratton met in the tackle there. We'll go up. Rucks go at it. Best chance for SBL, I would have thought. Hadn't then lost it did Mason. The Devils, they come around the outer side. Albeit, in fact, it's going to be the SBL Wolves kicking to the left of screen. I'm sorry, not the right. So the Devils might have the choice of goal. Harrison in defence. Gets it to Ellie McDonald. Sends it further down the line to the Devils kicking to the right of screen. Now Ash Allsop, she's one to watch, the reigning blue ribbon medalist. Kicks it further afield. Distance might be an issue though. Nicole Price taps it to Henderson. And then Dyson, bouncing footy. Chance here for SBL. And also a chance here for Chloe Hunt. Span out of trouble. Was she caught? Yes, she was. Holding the ball, and the SBL Wolves can bring it back in.
So Hunt it was in the bright pink boots. She's going to be hard to miss today. So we just see the runner nearly getting away. He's also in bright pink. So down the line again, the Devils go. It's slapped forward by Alsop. She's a smart thinking young footballer. She butters up again. She's caught in a good tackle this time, not going anywhere thanks to Foster. We'll have another whistle as the umpire crosses her chest. Palm downs won by Bellin again. The kick just about missed the boot there of Henderson. And just invites the pressure of the Wolves to go to work, and we'll have another ball up. They're wearing out that patch of grass there. So we go again for the two rucks to contest again. No clear winner in the air. On the deck it sits, and an off the ground sock up. Might have been unintentional, but nonetheless it's a free kick going the way of the Devils for their first opportunity forward.
So Cass Meads to bring it in. And she finds Nonna Price. Well, that's one of her nicknames. Her name's actually Nicole. Can't exactly describe how Nonna came to be, but otherwise she's known as Nonga. So Nicole Price, she's been really good in front of goal this season. Sends a high up and under. Might just go all the way. Chance for Hunt as well at ground level. The Wolves, though, peppering away just to try and find a way out of it. They might just clear. Trying to get involved there as well was Dara. And to no avail, though, as the umpire has paid a free kick to the Eastern Devils. Not sure what it was for, though, Trent.
Dangerous tackle. Bit of a sling action there, so the umpire not having one bit of it.
So Ash Alsop, she's a proven goal kicker. Kicked a couple of goals in the grand final last year. In fact, the one to sink South Croydon in last year's grand final at H.E. Parker. And she's on a similar angle to that one as well, Trent.
Got a good memory.
Ash Alsop, measured approach for the first goal in the grand final. Kicks on its way. Top of the goal square. Hunt almost. Now the defensive pressure's on for the SBL. Can someone get it out? I think we might have been Flanagan deep in defence there.
Great mark.
And a great mark there taken by Powell, I think it might have been. They come around the outer side and down the flank. Here's a quick response. Look at this. Fantastic stuff there from Wilkinson to send it down. What a response. And the first goal of the day goes to SBL. Wow. That's as quickly as you'll see. Did you get a number there? It might have been Fraser.
Wilkinson.
So Wilkinson finished the job from the centre of the ground all the way to the end. And that is your early contender for goal of the day. We've got a red hot start on our hands here, Trent. So we're just ticking under 5 minutes gone in this first term. And well, like I said, we've got a big start. Over to you again, Trent.
So the Wolves draw first blood. That was end-to-end footy at its best. They can win out with a clearance here. She intends to go off the deck. Lands with Cox, who just throws it on the boot forward. It'll favour the Wolves at ground level. They've got representation there, and a holding free kick is picked out. As the umpire gestures exactly that.
I feel like the wind change is actually now playing a factor, and it has gone a different way as we've suspected, Trent.
So another opportunity to that left of screen. The Wolves using her body well there was Flanagan to no avail. On her hands and knees again. Wilkinson getting involved once more. It's flipped over the top to the Wolves. Bouncing ball lands with Schuster. Throws it on the boot. And it'll just miss narrowly. Geez, they're peppering away early here, the Wolves.
They are indeed. So here's Gemma Owen in defence. You can't miss her in that famous helmet. She's been around in terms of VFLW clubs. Most recently she played at the Southern Saints. She had Shanice Stratton calling for it, but she elects to go out of side, down the field. Trying to pick up the ball there was Fraser, couldn't quite. It does find touch. We'll have our first boundary ball up of the afternoon for this game. It's Nat Beerlin and her opposing player looking for it. Stratton tried to rove it. Wolves are out again. Well, at least they try to clear the pack. It's still down their end, though. Lots of work to do for the Devs. Chasing it again is Bielen. And she had to leave it behind. I think it might have been Powell as well involved in the contest there for SBL. Still along the boundary line. It's gone over. And we'll have another one on the scoreboard wing.
So the rucks again. Allen just taps this one over the line. We saw in the match before the Eastern Devils missed chances. They've had the majority of the inside 50s to date, although to no score. Here's Withers, the captain for the Wolves, can send him inside 50 once more. Wilkinson at the fall.
Flanagan might be used here as well. She's in and around the contest and just about everywhere.
Couldn't quite handle that one. And it bounced over the wrong side of the paint, so we'll have another ball up in the right end if you're a fan of the Wolves. It's flicked over the top again, and pressuring well there was Cox, so she might have copped one for her troubles there as well. So we'll have another ball up nonetheless.
Morgan Cox, of course, got a week suspension. It was overturned during the week, and she's able to play in today's grand final. Up goes the football. Ruck this time won by the SBL Wolves, and out the back might have been the Devs. Gee, that's a hard in and under ball. I think it might have been from Ang. Now they're trying to move the ball out, but stopping the ball in its tracks might have been Olivia Flanagan there. Footy goes to and fro, and it continues. Running it on there might have been Grimmer. Now she's one to watch as well for the SBL Wolves as the pack forms. They start to a rolling maul, of course, and we'll have another ball up. So Maddie, the umpire, throws the ball up. Hat kick off the ground there from Dyson, or it might have been Cridland. Still a big chance for either team. Withers tried to get it off the half volley, couldn't quite. Butcher in there as well, putting on the defensive effort. Hand pass out there from Fraser. Another ball up. At the top, almost very close to centre wicket there, Trent.
So the palm down lands with the Devils player in Stratton, who's immediately set upon. We'll do it all again here. And here it's won by Allen. Clearance will go the way of no one in particular yet, although the Devils try and work clear. It's hot in the kitchen at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, inside 50, the Wolves. One-on-one contest. The fist came from Owen. And then a high tackle, so well out there by Flanagan, who's wasting no time in sending him further afield, getting low down. She paid the mark, it was. Grimmer it was. Takes a good diving mark there against her opposite number. And she's got a 30-metre task in front of her to make this a really good start for the Wolves. Stretches in now. It's a good-looking ball. And it just might have tailed late. So the SBL Wolves move to 1-2-8. The Devils yet to score as they come out this way.
Gemma Owen to broadcast side, quickly out. Jazz Harrison puts on the Shepherd from behind. Ball's looking for McDonald. Picked it up off the half volley and tried to tap it to DeSanto. Got her own ball. Sold the candy as well in front of Mason. Ball in dispute. DeSanto picks it up, is shoved in the back. And Maddie Wright has paid it accordingly. In fact, no, she's just in shot now. DeSanto centres it to her Williamstown teammate in Shanice Stratton, who goes across and the switch is on. Gemma Owen going around. Stevens takes the easy mark along the wing. Stevens, another short kick in the direction of Harrison. Marked successfully. The captain moves across, and this is just circle work at this stage. Is the mark taken there by McNamara? No. Right in front of Devil Hill, except there's not much of a hill here. Rucks nominate. Stevens this time in the ruck for the Devs. Hits it down to the ground. McDonald chases, is immediately wrapped up. Might be pinged holding the ball, one would think. No. Another ball up. Right in front of the interchange bench here.
So they'd be issuing instructions there. Jason Cridlin, the Eastern Devils coach. Ball finds itself on the deck again. Round the corner goes Stratton. Turns it over. The Wolves come back inside forward 50. It's cut off again. They're setting up this wall well. Finds itself with Fraser now, who just dabs it inside 50. It's a shallow entry. She used her body illegally, according to the umpire.
And fair enough too. Sorry there, Meads moves it out the back. Now here's a chance for Jordan Rule. Now here's Price. Goes along the angle. Here's Brooks. Now she's a bit jet-lagged at the moment. She can pick up the ball. Front on contact. Not paid. Soccer off the ground's good. It's only going to go as far as Harrison. She gets the hand pass off. Back to Brooks. Back to Harrison. Teetering along the boundary line. It's going to find touch. It's out in the full, in fact. So not the best kick there from the captain. But nevertheless, the Devils gain metres.
So Shepherd, the one to bring it back into play for SBL. Down the line ball to the numbers. In front spot again was Grimmer. She had Cox wearing her for company. The corridor ball. It's a dicey one. It'll work out. The Wolves stretching through the corridor. Puts it into the path of Schuster, who copped an unkind bounce. Although doing well to collect was Wilkinson. Big turning circle. Inside 50. Nutmegged. A Wolves player there. And then Harrison sweeps it out wide to her teammate, who can exit only as far as the Wolves again, who seem to be setting up well on their outer side. Can't quite break this zone at the moment, Jono.
So deep inside. Kick was almost for Ruby Southam. Couldn't quite. Hands off. Flanagan's in there as well. Look out. Here she is. Can she pick up the ball? Yes, she can. Go goalward. Over the head. Still Gemma Owen puts on the defensive effort and sends it into touch. Looking for McNamara. Target missed, but I don't think Little Mac was in it too much. So a justified turnover. And they bring it in. The SBL Wolves just red hot at the moment. Danica DeSanto stands and delivers, as we often like to think if you know the Williamstown theme song. Chasing it is Maddie Brooks. Sells the candy. G-A-W-N spells gone. Or does it? It does. Holding the ball's the call. She's Max Corn. Well, not really. Inside 50 now go the Wolves.
Inside 50 again. Stratton will look to clear. Sends a high up and under again. And there's that zone once more for the Wolves. So a shot on goal here. Might just be outside her distance range. Can send this one to the teeth of goal. The fist came from Owen. And then the boot out of there was Cox once more. Still a hot footy at the moment. Chance for the Wolves at ground level. They win out. Although illegal disposal there, so good tackle laid there from number 40. It might have been McDonald.
She's got the ball, gets the hands off. Oh, it was a very risky handball to Danica DeSanto. Still got it. Looking for Henderson front on. Over the back here is Butcher. Got the hand pass off. Can Henderson get back onto it? No. Harrison applying the pressure as well on SBL. As they might be able to get the ball here, the Wolves. Henderson and also Mason contesting the footy at that stage. Mason tried as well. And, well, that's some good work there from McDonald, but the ball's along the ground and the SBL Wolves are in again. Here's Grimmer getting the ball. Inside 50 again. Players are chasing. One of them is Wilkinson, the goal scorer from earlier. Now they go to the goal place. Here's Flanagan for 6 more! And she's done it! Now there's your goal of the day contender earlier on, and so far the Devils haven't scored. It's 14-0. How's that from Olivia Flanagan? That's VFLW experience to a T right there, and they needed her. They got access to her all season, and she's come up trumps at the moment.
She's Tips is left scratching their head at the moment. 14-0 out here at Quambee Reserve.
So we've identified the scoring end, or have we? There's definitely a change in the wind, and this is, well, we're off to a very interesting start. And if you're Jason Cridland, well, you'd be very nervous at the moment. Here they go again.
So the Wolves just put this one into green grass. Leading back in the race is
Jordan Rule.
Rule it was. Looks like McNamara down the line. Anyway,
That's Henderson.
Ball lands with Henderson. So Henderson can bite off the 45.
Oh, no.
Cutting it off was the Wolves.
That's good play.
Through the corridor they go. Although her teammate wasn't on the same page. A great smother applied there from Hawker it was. Grimmer shut down and in the back. So just dive straight in on top of her there.
I feel like the players might be going after Morgan Cox just quietly. She goes down the line looking for Henderson, who gets the hand pass off, only just looking for DeSanto. The Wolves red hot at the moment. Look at this. Out they come to broadcast wing. Chance for Angle, maybe Rule. Angle get it. Picks up the footy. Has their player chasing her. She dodges 1, 2, 3. She's gone 2. Probably just a bit overconfident for the moment. Olivia Ang. They call her smashing for good reason. We might see a little bit of that later. Cox in defensive 50, immediately wrapped up by Flanagan. And it will be a free kick to Morgan Cox in defence there.
Not sure what that was for. It was high, but wasn't there. So cross goal now. The switch is on, although is it? It's cut off there by Southam.
What a disaster. That is
Pounces onto the footy. And a minor score is all she can come up with there.
It made the distance. I mean, it was a big kick, wasn't it?
She read it well. And
so Owen again, she's got Sally Packham presenting on her near side. So she does go the near side, but not necessarily to Packham. She loads up with a big kick outside 50. Players present. Oh, of course, it was Grimmer again, and they send it back inside. Well, they try to through Wilkinson. Couldn't quite. Now here's Ang. She's chasing. So is Henderson. A chance here. Might have been for Fraser. Couldn't be. But they're still inside 50. Look at this. This is fantastic. Ruby Southam's in there. Might be able to get it. Oh, no. Gets it off to Flanagan instead. And now here's Cridland to try and kick it off the ground. Couldn't quite. Harrison was their intended target. Is buried underneath it. Ball up. Wow. This is a hot footy to be won. And it's probably a test of stamina more than anything. Kick goes forward, hat kick off the ground from the Wolves. And now here's a chance for Schuster. She's kicked a goal now in every meeting with the Eastern Devils, and they kick again. 6 more. This is very unlike the Eastern Devils senior team, I have to say, Trent. 21-0.
I think they're a bit stunned at the moment.
They are indeed, and the siren will beat us. We know more scores, and that's a red-hot start for the SBL Wolves. What's to come? 60 to go. And this is quarter time. It's 21-0 in favour of SBL. Back soon. Welcome back, folks, to the Deakin University Premier EFNL Grand Final. So far, it's the SBL Wolves 3-3-21, the Eastern Devils, the makeshift home side, yet to score. And things are very interesting in Jason Cridland's camp. Cramp? Well, maybe the Devils are a bit cramped up at the moment. My name's John O'Van, joined by Trent Cullen. Your thoughts on the first term, Trent?
Yeah, it was interesting. Feel like in the previous game all we've talked about is the scoring end to the right of screen. That might have taken a turn. It's 3 goals, 3 to the left of screen at the moment, so
yeah,
there's no such breeze that we can sort of speak of, but there's certainly some sort of magnet down that end.
It's on, it's off, I can't tell. And well, things are very, very interesting down on the opposite side of the ground, and the Devs yet to break from their huddle, but a lot of supporters have moved off the deck. So a big address happening here in front of our eyes here by Coach Cridland.
I had a good comment. You'd like it about your Max Gorn call. They were happy with that, so keep that up.
Well, you know what? Not to throw our dear media manager under the bus, Ryan Long, but I feel he says Gorn a bit too much. He probably doesn't realise he does it, but I think he says Gorn instead of Gone. But to be honest, so do I.
Hope he's not listening.
I think he's too busy commentating, to be fair. But
there you go.
So, you can see in shot there, Kath McBride, unfortunately the losing coach from the game beforehand, come off. But we'll get set to go for the second term then. Umpire holds the ball aloft, just waiting for a siren. No, hang on a sec. Are we getting one? Okay, now this is a bit controversial. No, we're on. And the Devs, well, they were cut out from a bit of a nudge in the back. It's still, the ball is in favour of the Wolves for now. It's heading towards the outer side boundary line for McDonald. She picks up the ball. Had a bit of experience in the North Melbourne Footy Club this year. Olivia Ang was crunched. And she'll have a free kick. She goes further afield. Stolen by Mason, and Schuster might have been in there as well. Henderson was almost picked up off the ground and taken for a bit of a ride, but we'll have a ball up on the outer side wing.
So winning the hit out there was Bialan.
Well done, Trent.
Really gain any distance, but it'll be tossed up again, same spot. So the hit out this time won by Sharp. The palm down lands with McDonald, who's claimed pretty quickly. We'll have another whistle. So what can the Devils do by a way of response here? Has not been played on their terms whatsoever.
Not at all.
Messaging at quarter time would have been just get it back on their sort of brand of footy that they're renowned for. Flipped over the top here in the path of Withers, who can run onto it. Just slaps it forward. She'll go again at ground level. Just dives on top of the footy in a battle with Wilkinson. And parked underneath this one is Shepherd.
They just know where to go, the SBL Wolves. So Shepherd goes to broadcast wing, 1-on-1. Allsop couldn't get the ball, which is a bit unlike her, but the free kick is going the way of the Devs. It's Riley Cridland, the coach's daughter. Steady to self. Her legs are a bit shaky, it has to be said. Kick in only as far as Curtis, but the Devs still might be a way out here. Look at this defensive, incredible defence from the Wolves. The wall is broken for the time being, though. Here's Price, got the hand pass off. Now they're on here, only as far as, again, it was Shepherd, and she's taken a ripper mark. And Meads better watch out. Shepherd sent it back to the same wing. Wilkinson, the goal scorer, sends it further afield. Mason trying to pick up the ball. Meads, I think, might have been in there as well. It does head over the boundary line, although I think an umpire's whistle preceded that one, and it's going to go the way. No, So the umpire, I think, the umpire in field might have called it a little bit earlier. In fact, there might have been just a ball up. Anyway, it's on broadcast swing. Trent
So
Cowan.
Bialan wins the hit out. Straight down the throat.
Oh,
of our
that's
teammate.
unlucky, Hunt.
Off the knee, there's Hunt. Stands out in the bright pink boots. Ang finds a teammate by hand. That was Stratton. Inside 50 again, and Shepherd.
Wow.
A third intercept for the quarter.
Defensive general, usually we attribute that to Bailey Withers, but she's on fire today so far.
Spots a teammate down the line. Number 22 in Grimmer, who can head further afield to the numbers. The fall of this one bounced off the chest of Southam. And then a good tackle laid there by the ruckman, Bialan, who will get an opportunity to contest in the ruck here.
Mason looking dangerous around the contest as well. In fact, they're all looking dangerous. Every single one of the SBL Wolves. It's a high tackle going the way of the Wolves in favour of Wilkinson. Centres the ball. Kick was a bit shonky for the intended target. They inch ever so closely, though, do the Wolves. Quedlin's got a bit of work to do, as does Packham, who left the contest behind. I think the umpire's paid another free kick. It's going to go the way of the Wolves. Play on. Flanagan dragged to ground, tackled. She's the meat and the sandwich. It's happened a few times to her this season, actually. And the ball up results. Umpire throws the ball up in the air. They're red hot at the moment. Pruden got involved, and now here's a shot on goal. It's just to the right. Or the left, as the case may be. It's still behind anyway. And this is quite unfathomable, really. 3-4-22 plays nil.
One-way traffic at the moment, no matter which end they're kicking. Stratton offers a short lead. Just points to where this next kick's going. Lands with Cox. Ang on a searching lead. That's ignored. Here comes Hunt.
Hunt is way out.
Way up the field. It'll land well short, though, and standing in the path was Curtis with the height advantage to intercept. Got a few Curtis fans to our left as well. So she bites off the 45. It lands with the ruckman of the opposing team in Bialan, who wastes no time. Sailed over the head of Henderson.
Oh.
They're out here if it sits.
Doesn't.
It didn't. And Wilkinson, it might be, is there to mop up with Withers, and they sorted out well, the pair. Bialan again, right spot, right time. Long way for her to bend down. It was too much of a task. Her kick was smothered. Running onto this one is the Wolves. They'll head inside 50 again, and Schuster. The great mark.
Jeepers.
Distance might be just out of her range, although she's made a pretty good fist of it, and it's there. Schuster with the 1-2 punch, and the Wolves extend their lead.
This is, well, this is ridiculous, I have to say. This is almost unheard of. I don't think the Devs were expecting this. This is crazy. 28-0.
They are shell-shocked at the moment.
Shell-shocked is one word. Not really missing anyone either. Up we go. It's Bialan to get the tap down. This is the first real look. Oh, gee, that's really tough footy to be won. Look at this. This is red-hot contesting. Here's Stratton buried underneath it. Did get caught high. Umpire calls play on. And then blows her whistle and says, I'll have it on the edge of the square. Up she goes. We'll go again. Bialan this time taking, in fact, I know it was Stevens. I think maybe a free kick might result.
Stratton's been the only one.
In the direction to Stratton. She's got Ash Allsop calling for it. Elects to go up the guts to Hunt. Takes it with the jukes. Yes, she does. Now, you know what? I wouldn't write her off from this distance, but you know what? She's going to do the sensible thing. She's going to go inboard. Mark's taken by Nicole Price. Price sends it to the teeth of goal. Allsop's behind. Never mind. Mark taken by the Wolves in defence. This is unreal. In fact, it's the captain, Bailey Withers, who has it. She's not withering, that's for sure. and neither is her team. 28-0 here in the second quarter of the Premier Division Grand Final. Back they come. A mark is taken well by Pruden in defence. Still a chance for the Devs to try and lock the ball in. Mead's getting involved into touch. And another ball up here right in front on opposite broadcast wing. Very close to us here, Trent Cullen.
I think the messaging would have been real physical contest. They're certainly winning that battle at the moment, and it's showing on the scoreboard. There was a whistle paid there for the mark of Cox. She spilled it as soon as it was blown. Now she's laid in a good tackle.
I feel like the Devs are just really struggling to find freedom around the ground. They're locked in too much.
There's been no real run and carry. It's a good tackle laid there by Foster, and it's rewarded. So brought DeSanto to ground. She listens to the bench and spots a teammate out wide. They've really fanned this Quambee Reserve, using the width of it to their advantage. Another good tackle. In fact, dumping free kick paid, so we'll have a whistle there.
We go on opposite broadcast side, right in front of the light towers. No one can quite get clear possession of the ball after Danica DeSanto and Georgie Pruden just go at it at ground level. Umpire to throw the ball up again. Stevens got the tap down on this occasion. Shanice Stratton shoved in the back. And the umpire sees it that way. She's getting all the free kicks, and she's pretty much everywhere at the moment. She's the Devil's shining light, where others, not so much. In the centre of the ground now, their first foray in a while. Hunt held her player, I should say. Still manages to get the ball, head over the footy. In there as well with Schuster. Chance here. Now, a big kick. It's only going to go as far as Withers, who holds on to it. She's well and truly the defensive general now. Withers sends it across the face. High up and under there for Henderson. Couldn't take the mark. McNamara's in there as well. Bouncing ball. Now a chance here for Mills, I think it was. But it's a Devils free kick. Or has the umpire pointed the wrong way? Nope, she hasn't. Back we go inside. Henderson, maybe a chance. No, it's Nicole Price right in front of the scoreboard. Chance further afield for Allsop, who holds on to that one. Difficult distance, though. She might look for options further afield, although they have to be absolutely perfect. Butcher's inside 50, which isn't normal until maybe this season if you've been paying too much attention, but it's great to see her kicking goals as well. Allsop going to send it in the Hunt direction. Out wide, that's a perfect lead. And Chloe Hunt, the most lethal left boot in the comp.
Dara won't be happy there. She had no help. That was only going in one spot only.
We'll have a chance for the Devils first here, Chloe Hunt. And she did kick a goal last year in the grand final as well. Might have been the first two. Chloe Hunt puts it on the left, over the umpire's hat, and it is a G-O-A-L. What does that spell? That's a goal. The first for the Eastern Devils, the reigning premiers. And that's just what they needed, Trent Cullen.
No, that's just what the doctor ordered there. And it took a good kick from Hunt to register their first score of the day. They're going to have to make the most of these opportunities forward from here on out. After the start they've had. So they hit out now. Biallen trying to wrestle back this momentum the way of the Devils. Oh, a throw there just about. It's picked out. Advantages paid. Stratton.
Here they come.
Football IQ. She plays on.
Oh, no.
She's being hunted down. Just flicks it over the top to Allsop, who's met solidly again.
Good
the
decision.
tackling pressure from the Wolves has been something to behold. And a whistle's been picked out again, so Stratton caught this time.
Keely Shepherd again.
Shepherd once more.
In defence, amazing.
In calculations for that blue ribbon medal already.
Indeed. Oh,
Cox
no.
again.
Wow.
Tries to spot a teammate inboard. The corridor. DeSanto on her hands and knees. As the umpire crosses her chest, and we'll have another stoppage in that centre circle.
So umpire Matty Wright throws the ball up. Played it and missed it, did Hawker. A name we know, but only from the Kilsyth team. She played well in the previous game. Fortunately, this same Hawker doesn't play for two teams. It's Shanae. Bielen gets the tap down in the direction of Mason, who had that one coughed up. Harrison played it, missed it. This is unbelievable run here from the SBL Wolves, but it's Shanice Stratton to kick it away. Now Alsop's got to touch it before it goes over the line. She does in that. Overruns Marshall. Kicks perfectly for Butcher. Shepherd's got to come back. Shepherd probably needs to double back as well. Kicks for Hunt. Has she marked it? No. Off hands. Now chasing it. Here's Dara, who's wrapped up as well by Henderson. And Henderson, well, she became the meat in the sandwich as umpire Wright comes to mark again. Well, Hendo thought she had the free kick. Sorry, Cara. Got to give it back to the umpire. Henderson with the kick off the ground, looking for Price with the inside out. Bender looking for Hunt. Touched over the line in the first minor blemish rather. 117-44-28 in favour of the SBL Wolves. 5.5 to go. Second term, Trent Cullen.
Dara did it well on that occasion to deny Hunt, who looks like a serious aerial threat. As they come broadcast side right in front of us. Got a good view of this one.
Ripper.
Strong hands from Grimer.
Unreal.
Stood tall to start this game. Bites off a dangerous ball inside 50 in
Look
search
out.
of Fraser. Turnover comes. McDonald received well from Ang. A shallow entry here. Number 61 there. Henderson to the hot spot. Finds Grimer again. Full circle. Moment there. She, this time, finds number 25 in Fraser.
That's what you wanted to do. So there are a few standouts so far from the SBL Wolves as Fraser sends it to a contest. Missed everybody rather. Comes down the line. They try again. Handball is off. And they're still relatively in control here. Inside 50. Bouncing footy. Now here's a chance for the Wolves. Off hands. Mason again. Tackled and then turned tackler. Ball up, the order of the day. We'll go again. Rocks had no competition as Flanagan caught it and then was wrapped up, but we'll do it all again.
So just outside the arc there. The hit-out's won by Bielen. Straight down the throat of her teammate. Couple go back with the flight. Dropped into space. Tapped into the path of the Devils again, and playing on there was Fraser. Didn't think the ball went the required distance, and snatching it out of the Devils' hands there was Flanagan. 3.5 left on the clock. Sends this one to the hot spot in search of Wilkinson again. Might be the Zoe, in fact it's Grimer rather, so
Grimer, yeah.
Apologies there. So we'll test her here. She's got a good look of it here. We're sat right behind it. This would hurt if you're a Devils fan. Grimer, in she steps. Is off target from the moment it left her boot. And that's their 5th blemish of the afternoon.
The scoring update from H.E. Parker. Baronia taking on the Basin, and it's Baronia 18 points in arrears. Basin 3-2-20. Baronia 2 behind. Owen looking for her mate in Allsop, finds her successfully. Now the open space beckons for the Devils. They instead go down the corridor. Allsop finds the captain in Harrison. And then they go further afield some more. Butcher marked, twisted, turned one. Now it's looking for Meads, maybe even Hunt. Hunt on the left. Bouncing ball, it will go over the line. However, it'll be a Wolves ball. The captain, Bailey Withers, to bring it in. Withers high up and under, right in front of us here on commentary position. Hunt had first hands to it and then left it go. Cridland slung to the ground. Umpire says, my ball crosses herself. We'll have a ball up right in front of us here in front of the camera.
So, tick under 2 minutes left on the clock. The bounce, favoured DeSanto again.
Oh, no.
And the kick inside 50 can't quite meet her mark. And the umpire will opt to ball it up instead. So
probably a good decision. I think it was just touched at the last moment.
So perhaps a mistake there from the Wolves. Can that prove costly here? DeSanto again.
Ouch.
And another ball up again. So still time left on this clock here, under 90 seconds to go. It's tossed high once more. DeSanto getting involved again at ground level. On her hands and knees, Allsop tried to recover it. And Shepherd might have gifted one the way of the Devils here.
Sorry, I better call this one. Maddie Brooks, as jet-lagged as they come, mind you, flew over from the US, and now she's got a shot at goal on grand final day. This will bring the house down if she kicks this one. It's a measured approach, just like Allsop before her. Here's Maddie Brooks. No angle relatively to speak of. She comes in, she kicks, and it's missed everything.
The biggest of anticlimaxes there.
Unfortunately, but nevertheless, still a while to come. Just under 30 seconds here, Trent.
So Wilkinson, the Zoe variety, is entrusted with the exit kick. Stratton works it out well by hand to share it with their teammate. Ang was disadvantaged with the height there. Although it might be coming back here. The Devils with one last opportunity. And the siren might have just sounded a couple of seconds in advance there.
Well, that may be the case, but the case definitely, we can say. The scoreboard reads SBL Wolves 4-5-29, lead the Eastern Devils 1-1-7 here at halftime in the second game of the Deakin University Premier Grand Final Day. Don't go anywhere, 40 minutes to come. Folks, welcome back to Deakin University Grand Final Day. Half-time break has come and gone. It's the Eastern Devils in arrears, 7-29. The Wolves, far too good. John O'Ven and Trent Cullen with you. And the Devs, they're a bit fired up come this second half. Jared, I sense, might have a bit of a change in momentum here. And that's definitely what they're hoping for. Over to you. This is Trent Cullen.
Well, it's a do or die half a footy. This for the Eastern Devils. Allen, first sign of ascendancy, wins the hit out. Ain getting involved at ground level. Good couple of pressure acts there. Withers bursts through, sends this one to centre half forward. The fist came from Butcher. And there's a foot race on the outer wing side. Winning out there. Might have been the Devils. Slipping through the tackle was Mason. She did well. Bursting clear, Stratton again on that favoured left. She's had a fair bit of it. Finds Hunt by foot, who can wheel and go. Also on her favoured left. The shallow entry inside 50. There's Price. Can pop this one to the top of the square.
Wow.
And Shepherd again with their fourth intercept for the match. Sort of a half kick there from Price.
It was.
Was in between pulling the trigger or passing it.
So Shepherd moves it down. Back to the opposite side of wing. Hunt tried to bring the Dukes out. Couldn't hold on to it. Flanagan, chased by Butcher. Tried to put on the smother. Couldn't quite. Right in front of the scoreboard now. Here's the captain, Jazz Harrison. Dyson laying on a tackle. Jazzy was held. Although, I feel perhaps it was a bit of a 50-50 free kick, that one.
Picked it out from a long way back.
So, Harrison sends it down the line, off hands, Henderson, Dyson, and now Hunt. Triple H. If you're into WWE, you'd like that one. But right now, it's the Wolves along the defensive line. It's a risky kick. McDonald almost got onto it. Henderson's in there now. McDonald again. Hand passes it off to Allsop on the right boot. Is it good? It's across the face. And a mark is taken again by the Wolves. They move it down the line again. Can the Devs set up the wall in time? No, they can't. Mason takes a strong grab. And she's in contention as well, Trent.
Also had a good first half. The 45 ball will be cut off here. The Devils storm through the corridor.
Oh dear.
Allsop tracks this one on the half volley, and she's pinged holding the footy. Incorrect disposal there. And it'll go the way of the opposing captain in Withers, who's likewise in the conversation for best on. Goes in search of Grimer on broadcast side. Allen lays a good but unfair tackle. There'll be a whistle going the way of the Wolves. Lead comes here from Wilkerson. Opted not to climb.
Sugarmart.
And the Devils can send this one back from whence it came, down the throat of
Hendo just wasn't ready there, and
Mason again.
That's really disappointing. Like, she just probably wasn't ready for the ball to come back and has to stand the mark disappointingly in the direction of Sugarmar in the defence. And Butcher's wrapped up. Has to hand the ball over to the umpire. Up we go then. Beelen gets the tap down in the Shanice Stratton direction. They call her Shredder, and for good reason. It's a free kick though to the SBL Wolves. Options present. Down the line it goes. Butcher comes behind, as does Morgan Cox, who gets the hand pass off to McDonald, who runs her full measure. Who's she looking for, though? It's a bit of a hard ball to be won. Here's Price, tackled with it. Gone. Turnover now in the direction of Hawker, although just slightly pushed off it, though, by Cridland. Players present now. Meads is at ground level. Cridland wraps up her opponent. Umpire says nothing doing. My ball on the outer side wing.
Couple of things to note there. The leg speed of McDonald on show there. And then a goal-saving tackle from Shepherd again, who's been the glue that's held that back six up at the moment. So the ball will trickle over in front of the Dev support there. And they'll win out a free kick here, much to the satisfaction of those fans.
I feel that the momentum shift comes if and when they score a goal, and it is just a matter of when, isn't it? Meads gets the hand pass up. Shanice Stratton again involved in the contest. Dyson brought to ground. It's going to be a free kick, I think. In the direction of the SBL Wolves. So just a bit of ill-discipline so far from the Devs, and they don't really look in it at the moment. Kick goes centre. McDonald can steal it, as can Henderson. Price and Henderson just putting the tackle there on Ashley Marshall, who was the meat in the sandwich. And there's going to be a 25-metre penalty, I think. And Cara Henderson has a shot for goal. Now, this is one of the most remarkable things in footy. She played for a couple of teams in the VFL, the Hawks and the Casey Demons. She approaches, and the kick is on its way, just short of where she'd like it to be in respect to the goal. She scored another behind. That's the Devils' second. 1-2-8 plays 4-5-29. Inside 13 minutes to go.
So Withers to bring it back inside the field of play. Had it quite a number of times. So outer wing side is her preferred option. Trying to trap it on the half volley there was Mason. She did well to ball clear. Spots a teammate further afield. It bounced off her chest. Just invites the Devils to go to work. There's Cox on her hands and knees, who's wrapped up immediately. Still that 21-point lead, way of the Wolves. Separating these two sides again. Biallen wins the hit out. Stratton once more. Another clearance alongside her name. Down the line she heads. Ang was missed by hand. Stratton will lay a tackle again, putting together some sort of game.
Around the ground she's been magnificent, and if the Devils are to claw back in terms of margin, she'd be on track for the blue ribbon medal, that's for sure. Ash Allsop, the reigning blue ribbon medalist, will gladly hand it over as players restarted. Danica DeSanto read out of the blocks. Players chasing. Shepherd's one of them. Can she pick it up? Yeah, she can. And they mount a challenge, and that's a massive kick, if not for Jordan Rule, who marks successfully, can send it back to where it was. Gains some metres, does Gordo, as she's known. And you know what? She might just be able to do it all herself. No, not really. Out the front was Price. McDonald overran the ball. Can she get it to Brooks? No, she can't. And Hunt's there as well. And that is just great work in defence again by the Wolves. So they need to pick up the pack. That was unnecessary from Morgan Cox on Madison Fraser. That was very unnecessary. But for some reason, she's got the free kick. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. I am speechless. Here's McNamara to send the Devils back inside.
So McNamara, low drilling ball, will find Henderson, who wastes no time pumping him inside 50 again. The Wolves had good representation at the fall, and it's thrown up the way of Stratton. In fact, might be a push in the back free kick, so the rub of the green going the way of the Devils here at the moment.
It's going to go the way of Nicole Price.
So Price it is, 27 goals to her name this season. It's a remarkable feat.
Something different as well.
She won't add to that on this occasion. Just pops this one to the hot spot. And there's Hunt standing tall again. Already has one to her name, does she?
She does.
In fact, the only Devils goal, so big moment coming up for her footy club. She strolls in. No angle to speak of. She might have just snuck it in, though. In fact, minor score again. So 1 goal, 3, totaling 9, playing the SBL Wolves 4-5-29.
So inaccuracy has cost them so far today. And they move it down the line, but not very far. Should be a Devils ball coming back, it is.
But a good patch here.
They have. They just need to make full use of it. Rule sent it down. Around the line. Guess who? Shanice Stratton. 2-on-1 for Hunt. She's marked that. That's what she does best, Chloe Hunt. And she needs that reward of a 6-pointer right about now if the Devils are going to keep in this one. 9 and 14 to come. 9 plays 29. Measured approach there. Kicks on her left. And it's good! 15 plays 29 now. So there you go. And they've kicked another goal. I'll explain to you later, Trent, what's just happened. But a big hello to Shelley Beggs if she's watching. That's all I can say. Up we go again. Here's Trent Cullen.
So Hunt has multiples now. Here's DeSanto trying to build to this. Just dives back on top of it again. We'll have a whistle. So ball up again. B. Allen opts with the fist this time. Getting involved at ground level. Rule flicks it out only as far as Sharp, who sharked it. Although turnover. Harrison has it. The captain for the Devils tries to spot Henderson down the line. Brought down in a good tackle. Umpire calls play on. Still, the Devils fighting hard in their back line. It's tapped smartly from the Wolves, although the smother will ricochet with DeSanto, who breaks one tackle, can flick it over the top. On the outside of the boot, oh, how's this? The Devils are off and gone. Wilkinson, she's got 2 to beat. Harrison corrals her well and lays a good smother. And we'll call it even on centre wing. Good footy there from the captain, Sarah Withers.
Bailey
Withers, rather.
So, challenge is mounted, and this is, well, hectic. SBL well in control at the moment. Devils fans not liking this, but have a look at the donut of sorts on Devil Hill for Olivia Smashang. Now that's impressive. Owen trying to get involved. It's one of the first times she's been involved today. McNamara now in front of the scoreboard. Grubber along the grounds. Good for Ang. And this is good transition footy from the Eastern Devils. Footy was almost cut off there by Marshall. Can still gain some meterage. And they have done exactly that through Nicole Price looking for Hunt. Ball to be won here. Stolen very nicely from Curtis. High up and under. It's good for Fraser. Did she take the mark just? Fraser goes further afield. +1 in Dara. Marks perfectly. And they're in again.
So Dara, shallow entry inside 50. Flanagan had 2 to beat. It was too much of a task for her. B. Allen again. Put her teammate under immediate heat. And Owen In fact, Foster was the tackler. So ball up again. B. Allen wins the hit out. McDonald was wrong-footed. There's number 45 again.
Hawker.
Inside 50. High up and under.
Nice, Coxie.
Fisted out of the reach. That was Cox. She'll butter up at ground level and flick it over the top to Rule. They share it by hand and they're out. Henderson.
Got to put on the afterburners.
Well, she did well, the Wolves player there.
Oh, Rule lost it. And that is a very controversial decision, I feel. I feel that barely touched Grimmer, but nevertheless the umpire has paid in the back. Grimmer just flattened for the time being. Kick going forward, almost for Flanagan. She sees it over right in front of us here. Now, she is an absolute star and has been a great leader of this football club this season, having decided to come and play for the SBL this season. And her former coach, actually, Alpha, is in the house. She's very close watching this game. And some folks in the Eastern Devils team have a great respect for the great Alpha as well. Up goes the ball right in front of us. McNamara sharked the contest. High up and under. It's not going to be far enough. Great tackle there. Oh, Flanagan stayed in. Owen's got to run onto it. She does. Sends a big kick in the Henderson direction. Slightly overcooked it though. That's a great mark taken by Keely Shepherd. This is unreal from her. Best on ground, far and above. Golden fist there from Harrison was all right, as we've got a whistle, and it's going to be a ball up at the top of the 50 for the SBL Wolves. Not sure what to make of this one, Trent.
They've done well, the Wolves, just to halt the momentum that the Devils had momentarily. They've got a chance coming up, though. Allsap met solidly front on. And we'll have a ball up on true centre wing broadcast side. 3 minutes left in this third term. Off the ground goes Bielen. Withers again. We'll try and tap it to her own advantage.
Wow!
She's been a class above. Inside 50 over the head of Flanagan. Grimer's there. In fact, Cox it was. Connects it by foot. It's all Devils. Can they work it out? No one later Shepherd, although it didn't matter. Then quickly claimed there. That was Meads. Brought down in a strong tackle. We'll have another ball up on the opposing centre wing.
2:30 to go as umpire Wright throws the ball up. Bielen gets the tap down, or doesn't quite, as we'll go again. The runner for the Eastern Devils, Dawson Cridlin, getting involved. How about that? All the Cridlins getting involved today. He's been a runner for a couple of years as Jason was appointed to the coaching job of the Eastern Devils. In there hard there was Jazz Harrison. Goes again, gets the handball off to Owen, who's up the ground a little bit further. In the centre of the ground now, a pack forms. Out the back, it can sit for Henderson if she's good enough to pick up the ball. In there hard as well as Grimmer. Can't quite pick it up. No one can, in fact. Rule shoved off it. Dyson, Harrison dropped the ball. Great pressure laid there by Gemma Mason, who picks up the ball, gets the hand pass off. They're on here, the Wolves, one would think. Flanagan comes in frame. I think it's Cridlin getting it off to Ang, who sends it further afield for the Devs. Ash Allsop's got a paddock ahead of her. Who does she go for? She goes for Hunt. Hunt moves on quickly. Knows time is of the essence at the moment. Golden fist. Who can get it first hands? Is it going to be Ang? Bouncing footy. She kicks. And she kicks well! Olivia Ang, if you don't mind! On the ground. Brilliant. In fact, it might have been Meads, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a Devils goal. Apologies if I got that wrong. I think it was, though, smash. In and hard underneath the contest, and this is exactly what the Devils need. They're 8 points in arrears now. 36 seconds to go, Trent.
I think you're right. It might have been Ang there. DeSanto thrown in the guts. Just caught Grimer high. And they'll have one last opportunity to head forward here. Although the kick won't favour that. And cutting it off well there was 76 for the Devils. Sugarmar. The clock might just run out here. Flanagan, can she keep this one alive? No, she can't. And it'll be last possession rule going the way of the Devils.
All set. 3/4 time. Eastern Devils 3-3-21. SBL Wolves 4-5-29. And it definitely was smashing. Thanks, Begsy, for helping us out. She's watching the game. A legend of the Devs, but as you mentioned, we'll be back after a short break. Thanks for joining us here. 1/4 to go. Footy fans around the country, in Melbourne, wherever you're watching this, welcome back to Quambee Reserve for the final time today. And indeed the final time this season in senior women's football. The champs have had their work cut out for them all day. The Eastern Devils trail 21-29. The SBL Wolves, the one club to potentially break that streak. John O'Ven and Trent Cullen with you. And the troops have been addressed. SBL first to break from their huddle. The Devs still in deep discussion as Jason Quidlin fires them up for one last hurrah. Trent, have the Devils got it in them?
Look, time will tell. I wish I had the answer, but all I can say is it was a very animated huddle from the Wolves. They were certainly up and about, knowing that it's the last quarter for the year.
And lots of celebrations to come at their long-time sponsor for 20 plus years, if they can get it done. And it's going to be a heck of a celebration if they can pull this one off, I tell you. Well, players are almost in position. We're almost set to go for the final time this year. And Baronia, can you believe this? I can't believe it. Baronia are also up at three-quarter time. 26-20, they have the lead. Can they hold on? What? Today has been a funny day, hasn't it, Trent? This is incredible. How good's footy? I tell you what, it's pretty bloody good. It's Matty Wright with the ball in hand, ready to get things underway for the final time this season. Matty Wright blows her whistle and throws the ball up. We're ready to go one more time. Beerlin with the tap down. Devils kicking to the left of screen this time. Can they make amends? No, they can't. SBL Wolves red out of the blocks in the opening seconds of the final term. Cox has kicked and made a meal of that one. It's going to be a last touch. And the SBL Wolves can challenge, but they need to be good. So here's Wilkinson. Sends it further afield. Shanice Stratton has been magnificent all day. Looks for Cara Henderson, finds her. She's got Cass Meads further afield. Tried to look for her. Might get the mark though still. Well, in fact, no, she won't get a mark as it's hit the deck. Cridlin's in there as well. Picks up the ball. Gets it in the smash direction. She's smashed off the footy. Tunnels it behind to McNamara, who's wrapped up. Now, if there's ever a conclusion that the Devs are well and truly in this and really want this badly, that's probably it. McNamara did actually get a free kick. Cut off slightly by Withers. Shepherd gets the ball, but Cara Henderson's on her tail. Cridland wraps up the SBL Wolves skipper. Right in front of us here, Matty Wright to take the ball.
Got a good view of it here. Bjelland again with the reach. And the hit out. Shepherd tries to tap it to the advantage of Wilkinson. Mason just throws it on the boot. Right into the congestion.
Oh, no.
It's going to be some sore girls tomorrow. It's been a hard fought 3 quarters. This last term won't be any different. Running onto this one, Flanagan will try and pick it up at her feet. She does well to break the tackle of Cridland. This one will flirt with the boundary line and land in the lap of the Devils captain in Harrison, who can wheel and go, waste no time. Spots DeSanto rather. The pink helmet inboard. Spots this one to centre forward and it's intercepted. Good mark taken there from Mills.
Moves on. Bit of a shonky kick. Chance here for the Devils to respond. In and under there is DeSanto. Ball comes up. The umpire says, another stalemate. Right to take it again. 21-29. Just under 17 and a half to go. Ball spills free, open space for the Devs. Hand pass is a good one to DeSanto if she can pick it up. She can't. Pressured by Mason really well. And this is tense, folks. Hold on to your hats. Who's nominating? Says Matty Wright. And it was Beerlin in the end. Here's Shanice Stratton. Gets the ball. Immediately tackled. Umpire can't say much in that regard. And it's another ball up.
Cramp setting in there. Mason. She is the first but won't be the last to experience that today. They're on tired legs at the moment. Ang wraps up. So another ball up here. Bjelland tried to win the hit out. The ball just bubbling about. Slap forward the way of the Devils. Stratton might run onto this one. Beat her. Clean bowled her. Just invites the Devils to go to work. Rather, the Wolves And Flanagan, the ball will beat her over the boundary line.
So some skill errors perhaps starting to show for the SBL Wolves. And at the moment the boundary line is the Eastern Devils' friend. Kick comes in the Cridland direction. She marks at halfback. Goes across the boundary. Finds Shanice Stratton again. Kick goes for Henderson or maybe Hunt. Puts the Jukes out. Couldn't take the mark. Still a chance on second effort. Got to paddle the ball along the ground. Gets tackled. But the meters again for the Devils nonetheless. You can hear some SBL Wolves supporters behind me. They're loving this. Can they hold on? Beelan, Mason, boundary. McNamara sees it over. We're going to have another ball up.
Curtis it was. So the work cut out today, standing alongside Hunt. So this time the hit out from Foster. It's kicked forward for Henderson. We'll try and win it in the air, and Shepherd does well enough. The boundary line, her friend on this occasion. So this is about the closest it's been to us, Jono.
I think so. And Henderson just with that nice little touch, she's going to go up in the ruck. At the feet of it there was DeSanto. Ang crashed and bashed her way through, tackled by Shepherd again. So it's a race. Will it be Shepherd or will it be Shanice Stratton? Tap forward, Meads, high up and under, DeSanto, ball at the feet of Flanagan, takes it over, and then I reckon Flanagan was slightly caught high by Ash Alsop. Umpire didn't see it though, slightly blindsided. And here's a big chance for the Devs. Can they do it? Henderson pushed out of it. Might be a chance to get the ball. Meads hand passes it off to Stratton. Stratton bouncing ball, chasing its Withers, gathering its Hunt. Hunt on the left, high up and under. Who can get a mark? Back with the flight. Alsop couldn't quite. Chance, goal! Might have been Ash. Can you believe it? They're 2 points in it. And the Devils might be a chance to hit the lead. Here we go. 13 and a half to go, Trent. What's going to happen? I don't know. Do you?
Crazy, crazy scenes here. Quambee Reserve, Ang it was.
Ang, thank you. Well, 2 goals. Well, she might be in contention as well.
So back in the middle of Quambee Reserve. Beallen again, this time wins the hit out. Down the throat of her teammate. Henderson sits up well for her.
No
she
U-turns.
Can feed it back to McDonald. High up and under inside 50. Who's at the
Shepherd.
fall? Withers it was.
Oh, wow.
Breaks the tackle.
That's great.
Kicks it straight into the waiting arms of 47 there. Dyson it was. Withers butters up once more. It's do or die now for both sides. Dicey ball inside 50. Rules there to collect. She sets this one on the head of Ang, the goal kicker. McDonald's there to crumb. Her handball was slightly smothered. Ang once more stands over this pack. McDonald tries to feed Stratton, who couldn't find her left and's pinged. Wilkinson it was.
Unreal efforts by Wilkinson and Wolf and, Shepherd, I mean. So, Flanagan has kicked it. It's gone off the side of the boot. Will it find touch? Butcher's just got to let it go. Oh, kept it in. Maybe a chance here for Butcher. Picked it up, scooped it up, in fact, but into the chest of Fraser. And it's a ball up. Here we go. Just under 12 to go, so the game is moving quickly, irrespective of the time. McNamara hands the ball back. We'll do it all again. Beelan gets the tap down. Is it in the shredder direction? You better believe it is. Shanice Stratton for Meads. Meads front spot to it, although it's going to get cut off by Shepherd. Tackled by Meads. Hands off to Henderson. Looking for Hunt. Bouncing footy. She's just got to kick it off the ground. Gathers perfectly. And Chloe Hunt has put the Devils in front. Can you believe it? I can't. Eastern Devils, 5-3-33. Lead the South Belgrave Listerfield Wolves, 4-5-29, 4-point lead.
What the hell? My word. Chloe Hunt couldn't have sat up any better for her.
I need a drink.
It's a nice bit of calling there. So this time, good intercept mark there from the Wolves, who are left to answer now. What have they got left? By the way of a response here. Looks for Grimer on the outer wing side, who had to have been collected high or something. Mopping up well there. It's number 45 for the Wolves. Can head near the 50 arc. Jono's just deserted me here for a well-needed breather.
Thanks, Trent.
Good bit of calling and rhyming. Chloe Hunt to put them in front. So free kick's been picked out again here, Jono.
I remember that call for the rest of my days, I reckon. Trent, I don't think my voice has ever been that high, if you can believe that. Except for when maybe Anthony McDonald, Tip and Woody scored a particular goal in his comeback game last year in the VFL. But I digress. Back to this game then. Ellie McDonald, right in front of the bench. Umpire Wright has the ball. Inside 10 minutes here. The halfway mark has come and gone. Hands off. Look for Smashang. The Wolves try and come out. Kick was looking for Wilkinson. It was okay, but not that great. Still a second chance here. I think it might have been Dara getting involved there. The Devs, though, putting on red-hot pressure this second half. Anything can happen, though, still. Plenty of time still in this game. Up goes the footy. Tackled again by Shanice Stratton. Sarah McNamara with the high up and under. Couldn't find anyone in particular. Owen and McDonald. Owen missed it. Price tap it along the ground for Olivia Ang. Bouncing footy over the line and a ball up.
Devils Hill, as you called it, have found their voice here. 4-point lead in their favour. Had to do it the hard way too. Ang tries to tap it to her own advantage. Price getting involved, can feed it all the way back to her teammate, who was dumped pretty heavily after she disposed of it. McDonald can test out her leg speed again.
Oh, wow.
Goes for a bit of a Saturday stroll. Finds Rule. Hunt offers a short lead. That's ignored. She'll have to double back. And this one, geez, they weren't on the same page, and standing in the path, Dara again.
Dara will measure her options here. Going to kick long up the guts. Although not as far as she would have liked. DeSanto played, missed it. Flanagan floored. Rule tries to crash and bash. All to no avail. As the umpire, Maddie Wright, she's umpired the game fantastically today. Stevens tried to get the tap down, couldn't quite. Here they are again, the Wolves. Bouncing footy. It fell perfectly for Danica DeSanto. Was it far enough? Yes, it was. Dyson in the Price direction. Might be cut off by Hawker. It is for the moment. Although it's tapped further as the Devils just gained metres with that tackle. And it works in the Devils' favour here. 6.5 to go. Stalemate. Ball up. Trent Cowan.
6.5 left on the clock to decide this Premier Grand Final Women's Division. Ang tapped forward in her direction. She can
Withers again.
kick it forward. Withers again. Stands in the hole. She's done that well for the majority of this afternoon. Ang again. She had Grimer to deal with. who had a couple of heads on her. And it'll go the way of Grimer, in fact, so not quite sure what that was for, but nonetheless, Wolves footy in front of the scoreboard. Still, that deficit of 4 points stares them in the face. Wilkinson once more, her kick was smothered by DeSanto. So now holding free will go the way of the Devils, so some Wolves fans, you can sense their frustration.
Been in front all day too, Trent, until now. Kick for Henderson's a bad one. Turnover in favour of the Wolves. Now, they've got time and space ahead of them. They've got to make really good use of the football. Not on this occasion, though. Jazz Harrison turns it over in the Meads direction. Henderson came bustling in. The deft touch there from Darragh wasn't quite good enough.
That is not there.
And a free kick for the Devs. Oh no! DeSanton 25! Oh wow.
Goodness gracious me.
That is tough. That is crazy. So Hannah Dyson, who I would like to inform everybody has a basketball background, kicks for Chloe Hunt, pulled the jukes out, couldn't quite get there. Now here's Marshall, who just lost it for a moment. Here's a chance now for Mason. Down the line, chance here for the Wolves to clear it out. Flanagan, that's as good as you'll see. This is the best foray chance for the Wolves if they can hold on to it. They're going inside 50, but the numbers are there for the Devs. O'Hagan, one of her first chances today. That's not in the back. Oh, maybe it is. 4 minutes. And a shot on here for Grimmer. Probably a bit too far out to score. Or maybe she's got onto it, touched on the line. Flanagan's there, it's going to be brought over. All clear, says Matty Wright. And, well, can the Devs hold on here? This is crunch time here, folks.
So Owens with the responsibility, with the kick-in duties. We've practiced this at training
many times.
So outer wing side she heads. McDonald stands tall. A rapturous applause greets that one. The Devils hill. She can just send this one as long as she can. Hunt's there. Will try and fly. Ground level, Mason can feed it all the way back by hand to her teammate. Important bounce coming up. DeSanto runs onto it.
Pressure act's important here for the Devs.
Tries to meet it full-chested. She's slow to her feet after that one. Cramp setting in. They'll have a ball up. True centre wing side. 2.5 left on the clock, Jono.
Less than 3 to go. Big tap one out. Withers slipped over. Allsop's chasing her. Is it going to find the line?
Ang free kick.
It's an Ang free kick. Now this is handy. Maybe she can ice the clock. This is unreal. Footy fans all over the world cannot believe what they're seeing. Smash Ang. Kicks the ball forward. Chloe Hunt infringed with. And she's got a free kick. If she's got the distance from here, she might be able to sink it. She's got Cara Henderson calling out for it. Couldn't take the mark. Overcooked it. Mills. Play on. Open space ahead for the Wolves. Who can get a clutch-saving mark? Might be Jazz Harrison. Gets it off to Jordan Rule. And now Butcher. High up and under. Chance here. No, not quite. Bounce on the ground. Here's a chance. I'm losing my words here, Trent. Can you believe it? 90 seconds to go. I'm happy to take it from here if you want. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
Go ahead if you've got it.
Here we go. All right. Inside the 50 for the Devs. Henderson's lurking. It's a foot race. She's front spot to it. Can't pick up the football. Was shoved in the back. Did the umpire see the same way? No, she didn't. But there's a minute to go here, folks. There's a minute to go here, folks. The umpire throws the ball aloft, lands in the hands of Hawker, who might have been infringed with. Time is of the essence here. 50 seconds. She comes around. Got to kick it up the guts. She's got a teammate out there. Marks the ball, does Marshall. Here we go. Marshall with time not quite on her side. Kicks it to the hot spot. Front spot, Devils. Off hands. Back in the dens of the Devils. Henderson kicks forward for the Devs. Open space. It's a mark. Oh no, it's not to the Wolves. Dara had it, lost it. And she's got a free kick. 20 seconds. Hot spot. Devils front spot. Here we go. Kick forward again for the Devs. Henderson might finish with it. Front spot for Henderson again. She's got the ball. She's dispossessed. What does the umpire say? You know what? I reckon the Devils are going to win. Onwards to victory again, back to back. The siren has sounded. And there's nothing sweeter if you're a Devils fan. They win by 3 points. Can you believe it? 5-3-33 to the SBL Wolves. 4-6-30. Whether the odds be great or be small, Devils go in and win overall. Unbelievable. A grand final for the ages. Back with the presentations right after this. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Well, wait. I feel like it's easy to get to the goal, but like, I feel like it's crap. Up to you, mate. Thanks for that, James.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Wait, is that you call today or?
Yeah. No, are you doing that? We're not calling it, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good.
Thanks for that. Cheers.
can get started with the presentations. Again, congratulations to the Eastern Devils who have gone back to back. Why don't you come on down, we'll start the presentations. Thank you very much.
Going in, quarter five, minute, please. What's that?
Folks, once again, if you could please make your way to the presentation area, we'll get started. Keep coming, keep coming. Folks, keep making your way down. If we can somehow get any players from the Eastern Devils to come down as well, that would be fantastic. Devils fans and supporters, please bring it in. Thank you very much. Folks, please keep coming down to the presentation area. We'll get started with the presentations very soon. Devils players and also footy fans around the joint, if you can please follow the directions of the football manager, Dyson Baker. Okay, done, so we'll get the presentation started.
Yeah, it looks really good. Right, we've got a job there.
Well, folks, welcome to the post-match presentation for the Deakin University EFNL Premier Grand Final. And before we get underway, might we put our hands together for these two incredible teams? What a fantastic game. Of course, commiserations to the SBL Wolves. What a fantastic performance. And congratulations to the Eastern Devils, who have gone back to back. And of course, today's game wouldn't have gone ahead without our wonderful umpires. So, they'll get each one up as they get presented with a medal from our football operations manager, Dyson Baker. Fantastically umpired game. But first we come to the awarding of the Blue Ribbon Medal. Of course, the Blue Ribbon Medal is the medal for best on ground. The Wing Foundation have been great at the EFNL for over 25 years. The winner of the best on ground award from the Eastern Devils, number 29, Chloe Hunt. But let's get underway with the motions. We got field penalty first. We'll go with the run at Doridge. Team manager, she wears number 74, Amelia Pegg. Assistant coach John McNamara. Another assistant, she wears number 9, it's Marlena Ganocchio. And the trainer, it's Chloe Cannibal. Now it's time to present the playing personnel, the premiership team. We start with number 1, Olivia A. Number 8, Nicole Price. Number 10, Gemma Owen. Number 17, Riley Cridler. Number 18, Shanice Stratton. Number 22, Morgan Cox. Number 27, Sally Packer. Number 28, Natalie Bielen. Number 29, make some noise for the Blue Ribbon medalist, Chloe Hunt. Number 32, Jordan Rule. Number 35, Maddie Brooks. Number 40, it's Ellie McDonald. Can you believe it? I've missed it. One of the most important people in this team. Number 37, Ash Allsop. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ash. Number 46, Taylor O'Hagan. Got to cut that short. Number 47, Hannah Dyson. Number 48, Cass Mead. Number 53, Sarah McNamara. Number 54, Ellie Butcher. Number 61, Tara Henderson. Number 67, Tanika DeSanto. Sort the numbers. Number 76, Carol Sugarman. Number 87, Cass Stevens. And the captain of the Eastern Devils, number 95, Jazz Harrison. And he's still the reigning premiership coach. It's Jason Cridland.
Okay, firstly, to SBL, you're a fantastic team. We knew coming in that it was going to be a really difficult game for us. 3 times this year you've led us at half-time and played us off the park today in the first half. And 3 times, you've battled it out really hard. So I've got a huge amount of respect for the way your club goes about creating your women's program from the juniors through to the senior women's program. And you're getting better each season, and congratulations on your year. EFNL, thank you for your support of women's football. It's certainly much appreciated, and we've got a great competition with serious growth over the last few seasons. To my players, I challenged you at half-time. How much did you really want to go back to back? I didn't doubt that you wanted it, but we needed to see it, and I think the way you actually conducted yourselves and went about your footy in the second half just says a lot about your character. Just finally, I'd like to mention Ma, Rhodey and Peggy, who were members of last year's premiership side that missed out on selection today due to serious injury. So everyone at the Devils is part of the win. It's not just a team that runs out on the grand final that wins it, it's a club performance. Thank you.
Well said, Jason. It's now time for it's the presentation of the Premiership Cup to the back-to-back premiers, the Eastern Devils. Let's do it.
Hehehehe